Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to another video, another film review. Today I watched Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, so I'm just going to get into the film. Obviously, again, no spoilers for the film. I'm just going to give you a basic plot, somewhat summary, and I will give you a star rating. So let's get into it. So the basic premise is, at first it starts off explaining the Ten Rings and how long they've been about, and that they can help you live for ages, and how Shang-Chi's dad conquered worlds using the Ten Rings. So you get into the basic plot of that, and then you meet up with Shang-Chi, who's known as Sean right now, English name. He's a valet with his friend Katie. They basically are just doing the general work thing until one day they get on a bus and he gets attacked because he has a pendant from his dead mother. And basically what happens next is he has to go to Macau to see his sister to make sure her other pendant doesn't get lost. Fortunately, that doesn't happen. He gets to Macau, finds his sister, but her pendant gets taken anyway. Now, main reason that happens is because his dad sent an army to attack him and his sister, and now he basically tells him he needs to go back to his mother's village, or his wife's village, their mother village, and he wants to basically unleash a demon because he can hear voices in his head. So he shows them the path and everything on how to get there. He traps them in a dungeon, but basically the main premise is that they have to get to their mother village first, train, and they have to basically prevent his dad. Shang-Chi basically has to prevent his dad from using the Ten Rings to unlock a demon. That's the basic premises of the plot, because if you release the demon, it could spell the destruction of the end of the world. Now it goes into a lot of different plot points, like there's a lot of action. The CGI is incredible near the end, the fight scenes near the end. You get a good end credit scene. You see Wong fight Abominable, which is a great fight. It was so funny. There's a lot of good humor in it. There's a lot of good cultural references, which also helps in a Marvel Chinese-based film. At the end, it shows how he's going to link with the Avengers and all that stuff. It is a very interesting film, and I honestly think it's great. Like in terms of a new hero and new origin story, like he looks strong. He looks like a formidable opponent. He looks like he'll be able to help out in future endeavors. So storytelling wise, it was great, honestly. There are plot points where I was like, what? But I think they addressed it quite well. And I know Rotten Tomatoes gave it 91%, which it fully deserves, because the whole plot was interesting. Nothing felt like it shouldn't be there. It didn't drag on for too long. You got insights to him and his sister's backstory. You get to see very amazing animations of like mythical creatures and stuff like that. It is honestly a film worth watching. One of the better Marvel films, I would say. And yeah, I definitely think it still deserves high praise. If you haven't seen it, again, and you are a Marvel fan, it's worth a watch. And this is also another film where I would say, even if you're not a Marvel fan, it's still like an interesting plot and story, and really knowing Marvel stuff doesn't matter too much unless you watch like the end credit scenes. Then it matters a little bit, but the whole like Marvel superhero stuff, it doesn't really come too much into factor in this film. So even if you're not a superhero film or a Marvel fan, it's still just like an interesting watch just in general. In terms of a star rating, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Honestly, I think it's a great film. I wouldn't say it's my favorite superhero film, but I definitely would recommend it to anybody, like I said, who hasn't seen it yet. Obviously, it's just come out, but it's definitely worth a watch. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10. And next film, what's the next film going to be? I think I'll probably be watching Venom. I think if that comes out in October. But until then, I will see you for another film review another day. Right, bye.